a lot of controversy right now with Blake being on the TIME100 list.
It's a ridiculous joke. She shouldn't be there. She has no influence over anyone.
Right. I mean,
life was influenced most by my mother, sitting here tonight, Willie Elaine McAlpin.
Oh, Blake's mother! Oh, this is, again, one of the dumbest PR moves. Just a woman who is in denial, attempting to gaslight the entire world who is witnessing what's actually happening. Yeah, it's for Justin.
At the TIME100 Gala, Megyn Kelly didn't hold back when asked about Blake Lively. She has no influence over anyone. Kelly said a blunt dismissal rather than a polite disagreement. The sharp comment surprised many, especially given the event's celebratory nature, but Kelly's criticism goes deeper than red carpet drama. She's accused Lively of misusing the Me Too movement, a claim that stirred major controversy in Hollywood. It's a serious charge, leaving many to question what prompted Kelly's bold words and whether she knows something the public doesn't. The fallout has reignited debate around celebrity activism and accountability.
I mean, I think she launched a fake Me Too allegation against him, and she's lived to regret doing it because virtually every allegation she has made has fallen apart. And so for her to be honored for doing that, to try to ruin a man over absolutely nothing, is a scandal.
yeah.
And obviously they're looking for big stars to come here and generate pages on their magazines, but that was very wrong.
The glitz and glamour of the TIME100 Gala took a sharp turn when Megyn Kelly shattered the usual celebrity decorum, turning what should have been a night of mutual admiration into a moment of headline-grabbing controversy. What would drive a seasoned journalist like Kelly to so publicly eviscerate Hollywood star Blake Lively, especially at one of the year's most prestigious events? At first, it was business as usual. Cameras flashed, reporters shouted questions, and New York's elite strutted across the red carpet. Kelly appeared poised, blending in with the evening's celebratory mood. But when a reporter from the Daily Mail casually asked who she was most excited to see, Kelly gave an answer that left the crowd stunned. It's a ridiculous joke. She shouldn't be there. She has no influence over anyone, she said bluntly, referring to Lively, who was being honored that very night as one of Time magazine's most influential people. These weren't offhand comments muttered under her breath or caught on a hot mic. This was a deliberate on-the-record statement delivered to the press, knowing full well it would be published and read by millions. The harshness and timing of her remarks were shocking, especially given the nature of the event, which is typically a showcase of celebration, recognition, and mutual respect. What made Kelly's takedown even more baffling was that moments earlier, she had reportedly expressed a desire to get a selfie with Lively, along with Meghan Markle, saying both women had provided her with so many hours of content. The contradiction is difficult to ignore. Why publicly praise someone's impact on your professional life only to immediately turn around and discredit them on such a grand stage? It's the equivalent of asking for an autograph, then tearing it up in front of the person who signed it. Inside the venue, Lively was presumably mingling with fellow honorees and soaking in a night meant to highlight her achievements. Unbeknownst to her, just outside, a fellow attendee, one with significant media clout, was telling the press that she didn't belong there at all. Celebrity culture has an unspoken rulebook for events like this. Even when rivalries run deep, stars tend to save their criticisms for private conversations or controlled interviews. Rarely do they launch public attacks in real time, especially not at an event celebrating the person in question. Kelly's refusal to follow that code is part of what made her remarks so jarring, but what's even more telling is the intent behind her words. This wasn't a moment of heat or a slip-up. Kelly made a calculated choice to go on record with a harsh, demeaning statement. Calling someone a ridiculous joke while they're being honored suggests this wasn't simply a difference of opinion, it was the beginning of something more targeted. Indeed, Kelly's scathing remark about Lively's lack of influence was merely the opening shot in a broader, more damaging critique. Her next accusation would move beyond questions of fame and influence, taking aim at Lively's personal integrity. By accusing her of misusing or bastardizing the Me Too movement, Kelly set the stage for a much deeper conflict, one that raises questions not just about celebrity culture, but about the stakes of public advocacy, authenticity, and who gets to shape powerful narratives in Hollywood.
I have so much to say about the last 2 years of my life, but tonight is not the forum.
So, does that mean she's going to do an Oprah interview? Oh my God, bring it on!
What I will speak to separately is the feeling of being a woman who has a voice today.
Sorry, I keep interrupting, but I got a commentary, and I'm so sick of her saying, a woman who has a voice today, as if she didn't have a voice previously. Girl, you have one of the loudest voices I've seen in Hollywood. You stole the entire damn movie from Justin. You threatened him. I will not promote this unless I get this. I will not do this unless you get that. I will not sign that until I get this. You have the biggest voice I've seen. I've watched far too many interviews. You're all about authorship and getting your way. So don't you dare keep trying to play like you are a woman that doesn't have a voice.
And since I could speak, because of the pain, caution, and fight of the many women who have paved the way and the men who stood beside them.
Oh, thank you all women for allowing me to take this man's movie and be a mean girl and do whatever I want. Thank you, women. I hope you're proud of me now. Are you proud, women? Let me know in the comments as you're watching.
Millions I will never know the name of, because every life, every act, big or small, affects another. Before I say more, I want to warn that I will speak about tonight covers trauma, so please feel free to step away if you need.
Yeah, just leave the gala. Go into the lobby, I guess. And sorry, because I got to share a story to help my PR.
My life was influenced most by my mother, sitting here tonight, Willie Elaine McAlpin.
Oh, Blake's mother! Oh, I don't know what's worse, when celebrities need affection or if they need to have now their parents get affection.
She's an eternal optimist, and she's always leaving me messages, hooping and hollering and saying, "What? Life's just a bowl of cherries." It's true, always. And she'll get your number tonight. She'll leave you those messages, so please be warned.
Oh my God, steer clear. Steer clear, people.
But at her urging and her unwavering bravery, she wanted me to share with you that she is the survivor of the worst crime someone can commit against a woman.
She's using the TIME100 Gala to reveal this? Girl, did you forget you had a whole movie about this that you refused to talk about? That literally, someone's like, what do people do if they have this and they want to talk about the subject matter? They can get my social security number or my location share. I don't know. Like, you did everything in your power to avoid this topic. And you had a mom who went through it? And now you're dropping it out during this whole drama that's backfired on you, and you thought this is the time and place? And how convenient that People Magazine's there with their iPhone to catch and post this evening. Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
I've watched her conceal her raw and undeserved shame my entire life. So as her daughter, being asked to share this today is monumental.
Thanks, Mom, for giving me your moment so I can look like a victim through you. This is like when Amber took her assistant's story. You guys remember? I didn't think that she could get worse, but I'm speechless.
We name it, we change it. Just as our fellow TIME100 honoree, the incredible Giselle Pellicot, put it to every woman who understood. It's not for us to have shame. It's for them.
Megyn Kelly's red carpet attack on Blake Lively took a dark and far more serious turn when she uttered 4 explosive words, fake Me Too allegation. What began as sharp-edged celebrity shade quickly escalated into a direct and damning accusation, one that could have devastating consequences both personally and professionally for Lively. Calling someone talentless may bruise egos, but accusing them of manipulating a movement built to protect vulnerable women is something else entirely. That's not just public criticism. That's a direct hit to someone's character and integrity. The Me Too movement isn't a passing trend or social media slogan. It's a cultural reckoning that gave survivors of sexual misconduct a long overdue platform to speak truth to power. To suggest that someone faked their involvement is to undermine every genuine voice the movement has amplified. So when Kelly alleged that Lively fabricated a Me Too claim against her, it ends with US co-star Justin Baldoni. The impact went far beyond Hollywood gossip. Kelly didn't tiptoe around the accusation or couch it in vague language. She said plainly that Lively had lived to regret doing it, claiming that virtually every allegation she's made has fallen apart. This wasn't innuendo, it was a direct public accusation that Lively had deliberately misled the public and weaponized a vital social justice movement for personal or professional gain. False allegations of this nature don't just harm those they're directed at, they damage the movement itself. They make it harder for real victims to be believed and provide ammunition to skeptics and critics who already question the legitimacy of survivors' stories. That's why Kelly's words hit so hard. What gives Kelly's comments additional gravity is her own history. As someone who famously spoke out about her experiences with sexual harassment at Fox News, Kelly is no outsider to the Me Too conversation. She knows what it costs to come forward. That context lends weight to her criticism and suggests she's speaking from a place of personal conviction rather than public spectacle. Equally striking is the confidence with which Kelly delivered the claim. She didn't frame it as a rumor or an opinion. She spoke as if stating a fact, implying she had access to information that hasn't been made public. And because she made her statement in such a visible and unfiltered way, she opened herself up to potential legal consequences, which only underscores how certain she must be of the veracity of what she said. The tension between Lively and Bald over It Ends With Us has been simmering for months, mostly interpreted as behind-the-scenes creative conflict. But Kelly's framing shifts the narrative entirely. By linking it to the Me Too movement, she transforms the story into something darker, potential abuse of a platform meant to protect, not destroy. If Kelly's claims prove credible, the fallout for Lively could be severe. Her carefully built image, centered on authenticity, strength, and advocacy, could begin to unravel. After all, her brand is more than red carpets and rom-coms. It's about trust, and Kelly's accusations go straight to the heart of that trust, leaving fans and the industry to wonder, who is the real Blake Lively?
Megyn Kelly literally doing a drive-by on the ops. Is this why Ryan was pissed off last night? Now, if you haven't seen my video that I did about the whole gala and the speech she gave, I found a clip where Ryan is pretty pissed off, and it looks like at Blake. Like you got to watch it. Maybe I'm interpreting it wrong, but a lot of you agree with that. But let's listen to what our good sis Megyn Kelly has to say, because it is absolutely hilarious.
So who are you most looking forward to seeing tonight?
Well, I'm definitely hoping for some sort of a selfie in the distance with both Blake Lively and Meghan Markle, since they provided me with so many hours of content.
There's a lot of controversy right now with Blake being on the TIME100 list.
It's a ridiculous joke. She shouldn't be there. She has no influence over anything.
Right. I mean, what do you think of when you read headlines like every day about her injustice?
I mean, I think she launched a fake Me Too allegation against him, and she's lived to regret doing it because virtually every allegation she has made has fallen apart. And so for her to be honored for doing that, to try to ruin a man over absolutely nothing, is a scandal.
Yeah.
And obviously they're looking for big stars to come here and generate pages on their magazines, but that was very wrong.
Right. Are you going to be avoiding her inside because she's expected to be here with Ryan?
I have a feeling she's going to be avoiding me. I won't be avoiding anybody.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. And what do you think of her new movie, Another Simple Favor? People are saying she's feuding with Anna. Do you believe that? Or?
I couldn't care less, but I do care when people bastardize Me Too allegations against, people who don't deserve it. And I think, notwithstanding the fact that they can lawyer up with very powerful PR people and lawyers and so on, we have to be very clear-eyed on what looks real and what doesn't, and call it out when it isn't. Otherwise, no one who's actually experienced these things is going to be believed.
And what do you think of Hugh Jackman and Taylor Swift being dragged into this? Do you think it's unfair or?
Well, I mean, look, either Taylor Swift is her dragon or she isn't. I don't know. That's what Blake Lively says, so I guess I'll have to take her at her word, even though I really shouldn't. So if I were Taylor, I'd speak out about it. Obviously, she's reportedly distanced herself from Blake Lively.